Hello fellow YouTubers, Trouble8385 here with YouTube Gaming Community number 56. First things first, me and my wife must actually thank everybody who wished her to get well. She is slowly getting better, and thank you very much. Second, I had told somebody I would do this, and since I got comments about not seeing the games last time, now before I show them to you, all the games you see behind you are games I got this week, so they've never been shown in a pickup video, which they will be shown in one next week after my wife gets her thing. Valentine's Day gift. So I'm going to get out of the way. Now remember, simple rule I have, if you name any of the games behind me, you will not see the next show. That's the way the rule works. So here we go. Don't mind the two Transformers. They're keeping the boxes there. So anyway, you gotta have a little fun. So today's topic is by Monte Carlo 10254. It is about collectors who hoard video games. Now, he was telling me a story. He went to his local retro store, and a guy goes in there and he buys every single copy of Super Mario Brothers / Duck Hunt. Now, I know what you're thinking. If he's buying it for money, he's obviously not thinking straight, because there's millions and millions of copies of that game. That is a game that will never be worth a lot. There are a couple of different kind of people who hoard. I mean, they're the ones who hoard, who buy a bunch of the same game because they think it's going to be worth money to sell it down the road. There are people who love a series and they hoard every single copy of it, no matter how many they see. And then there's people who are just compulsive. They gotta buy everything. It doesn't matter what it is. And then you see them on TV because they have to clean their house up. Now, why I do not care for people who hoard for money is because I believe personally in buying a game to play it. I don't believe in buying games to let them sit there on the shelf and lay down the money to make a buck. I mean, the problem with today's gamer, unlike in the past, is in the past people bought games for fun, didn't think about how much it was worth, didn't care how much. They just thought, this is it a fun game, do I enjoy it? Now, unfortunately, as the population of gamers gets older, greed kicks in. Or the I want, you don't have it, kicks in. Hey, I understand you go to a garage sale, you go to thrift store, wherever you go, and you see multiple copies of the same game really cheap, and you go and pick them up. And maybe you'll sell it to your friend for a little bit of money, or maybe sell it on eBay. But I mean, I have a limited budget, so I don't go buying multiple copies of the same game. I see no reason to do that. Now, some people, listen, I remember when I was in the comic book phase in the 90s, and I was really, really, really into comic books, where I would literally buy every single issue that would come out every week, no matter what it was. I would buy, I bought, I don't know, it's 25 copies of the second issue of Spider-Man where Carnage appeared. And I actually didn't buy it for a profit. I bought it because I was just so into collecting that I had to buy it, had to get as many copies as I could. The thrill of that for some people is why some people do hoard. It's just, unfortunately, because honestly, everybody collects something, right? No matter who you are. Some people collect Star Wars figures, some people collect figurines, some people collect every single part of yarn they can find so that they can crochet and do other stuff. Somebody collects everything. Figurines. It's just the way it works. People collect. Everything is worth money these days, over time. And unfortunately, the greed kicks in. I mean, my only problem, and by the way, my last video when we talked about collecting, and people's response stayed, as long as they didn't care if that's a market fair is what it is. One of my points I didn't make that I was trying to make was, if everybody releases multiple covers and everybody goes crazy, you could see another crash. If the companies lose their mind. No, I agree with most of the comments. As long as there's some way for everybody to enjoy a game, I have no problem with it. I mean, I have no problem with a game being $23,000 if there's a main version for people to actually enjoy who can never afford to buy that game, or a collection where everybody can play it. That's me. Personally, that's me. I don't believe, what's the point of making a video game if nobody ever gets to play it? We all appreciate different games. That's what makes each of us unique. We have personal different likes, different dislikes. Hoarding is very dangerous because when you start, some people cannot stop. It's the same way with collecting video games in a sense, because some people start and there's the people who, you know, you have a set budget, you go get what you get, you're done. There's the people who don't draw that line, who spend everything they have and get themselves in trouble because they don't know where to draw that line. It's the same thing with hoarding. People don't know when to draw a line, they keep buying it. I mean, the easiest time for a collector to buy a game is at the end of a cycle of a system, right? Because at that point, it's out of people's minds, and you buy those games are usually low run at that point, and they will be worth money later on down the road. So, tell me what you think about hoarding in video game below. I know I haven't gotten to reading the comments lately. I really need to do an episode in the near future of just going over all the comments and the subjects that we discussed in the past, because I do not believe in telling people, hey, leave comments, and then never talk about it again. So we are going to get to those. I may even do just one special edition to get to those. So, first things first, I want to get to two people's recommendations for channels for people to check out. The first one is by AtariLeaf, and he wants everybody to check out, and I'm going to pronounce it wrong, so get ready, JayyBlackheart, and here's what he says. Hi, I hope all is well. I wanted to know if you get the time to take a look at some of the videos from a channel called JayyBlackheart. He's a local collector in the same city as me, Windsor, Ontario, and his name is also Jeremy, strangely enough. I've actually sold him a few things and we got to talking, and he's a very nice fellow. His collection is very impressive. The most impressive thing is that he's only been collecting for about 6 months, and it's got to be bigger than mine was after 3 years. Anyway, I was hoping you can mention his channel if it's okay on your next gaming community video. And he also wanted to point out that only like half a dozen of his videos are actually recently are on gaming. All of his older videos are not game related, so interested to check out his channel. The next one is by Mr. DeBachman, and he wanted everybody to check out Jerryon79. This is a guy who does both German and English versions of each video as well. He just did 2 videos on Dragon Quest plug-and-play game only found in Japan. But this game is very cool looking for a plug-and-play game. It has motion controls and predates the Wii by several years. The production value is great, and the guy dressed up like a medieval guy to play the game. Anyway, talk to you soon and keep up the show, because I always like to watch it and stay up to date with the community. So, thank you very much. And real quick, first video I'm going to tell you to check out this time is by Equilibrium Gaming, and it is his 759 subscriber special, his question and answer thing, better late than never. Obviously he's been busy, you know, his daughter came home from the hospital and everything, so check out that video. So next up is by Black Lily 8, the Ballard of the Dragon Master. The best way to describe this is kind of Weird Al Yankovic style. I mean, he's singing in the video, he's describing the game in a sense. You have to check it out, it's really, really cool. So next up is SteveBenway, 3D Tachyon fighter on the Memotech MXT 512. So if you've never seen that, check that out. Next up is Gamester81, rare Gizmondo handheld review follow-up. This was a little handheld system that there were only 25,000 made, I believe. It's really cool, check that out. Next up was by Narox, and it is new channel Big Daddy Darth was Creed Boy 411. I always like to give the person credit who tells me about something I did not realize. Creed Boy 411 changed his channel. he decided he wanted to make a new one. So if you're interested, check out the video or check out Creep Boy's new channel. Next up is HitomiLove Finest Episode 1, and I'll probably pronounce that wrong. In these episodes he's going to try to show expensive different items, video game related. In this one, he shows the entire triple trided 110 card set from Final Fantasy VIII, which came out in 1999 to celebrate the release of Final Fantasy VIII. So if you're interested, check that out. Really cool to see those cards. Next up is Retro Roadshow. The Retro Roadshow 555 special, 555 subs, 555 shoutouts. He puts a lot of effort in this video. I gotta give him a lot of credit, I tell you that, because in this video he shouts out all 555 of his subscribers. And the effort and time that went into doing this video, that is just committed to your subscribers, all I got to say. Because I would never do that, because I would be screwing the names up so bad left and right, and we know where that would go. So anyway, HappyConsoleGamer, he recently did the Wonderboy series review. If you've never seen Wonderboy, or if you want to relive those games, or if you want to see all the games that Hudson Saw made with different titles, like Adventure Island, off Wonderboy, check out that series, the video review he did. Next up is Nemesis 356124 versus Series Episode 1, Super Street Fighter 4, Nemesis versus Trouble 8385 versus JayyBlackheart versus Gamerjitsu. This was a simple case on a Sunday. You get on Skype with a group of 5 or 6 people, and we're gonna want to play Super Street Fighter 4. We're gonna record it. Like, sure, you get on there. I'm not good. I haven't played that game since July of last year. I'm not a great Super Street Fighter player by any of the means. Anyway, so if you want to see people playing Super Street Fighter 4, check that out with Nemesis's commentary. Next up is JayyBlackheart's Gears of War 2 Horde Survival Kitty Power. This is only a minute-long video because he shows a conversation between the Horde waves where me, JayyBlackheart, and Nemesis were playing Wave 8, I believe. I really do hope you post the video of this, because I'm going to tell you right now, JayyBlackheart has never played Gears of War 2, so he's never seen any of the characters. To watch us play that multiplayer wave and to see his reaction will bring a smile to your face. It's really one of those weird gaming moments you only have when you play with other people online. So anyway, next up is MaximumRD. First video he had is unboxing new AtariMax USB MultiCart for the 5200. If you're interested, check that out. And his second video we're going to shout out to his is rambling on about nothing in particular, number 1. But even though he's rambling, by the time he's done, he pretty much does you an entire house tour of his house and where his video games are. So if you're interested, check that out. Next up is Old Iron 82, my Mame / Jamma arcade cabinet part 1. So if you're interested, check that out. And lastly, MarkVergeer, thumbing through it, Retrogamer issue 86. If you have not seen that, check that video out. So, next video, I really need to catch up on my comments, and I know there is a contest thing I need to talk about. There is something going on with a gaming show that someone sent me I need to talk about next video, and there is another video someone wanted me to, and a channel for me to check out, so I will get to all that. Lastly, guys, real quickly, for all you newer people who don't know, if you have any channel you think I should shout out, any video you think I should shout out, if you have any topic, it could be gaming community, it could be video gaming, for the community to talk about, send it to me. I will read them, I will get to them all. And so I think that is it for now. So until our next video,